All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mace, coming to you from small town Canada. Live a very sheltered, kind of, I wouldn't say rural life, but we're in a small town. And I try to stay more or less disconnected, but it's hard these days because we're all connected. We're all plugged in. Let's watch a clip, a portion of a speech from the most humble of people. A gentleman with such integrity that it's really unrivaled. The amount of honesty, loyalty that this man has is unparalleled in the history of politics. He might be remembered as the honest president, the fair president, and the brave president. Fighting wars, defeating countries, fighting for his people. Ridiculous intro to the video today. This should be an interesting contrast, shouldn't it? After listening to Mark Carney's speech yesterday, which was very eloquent. He articulated the ideas of the world right now in such a interesting way, and he just laid it all out there. He kind of was just spitting facts about how everything is going right now with hegemons, with superpowers, and what the middle powers have to do to try and combat it. And kind of, he's basically saying, like, we all got to stop pretending. We got to start actually coming up with concrete plans, agreements, and alternatives to dealing with the US, who's using economic forms, economic integration, to seek out subordination, essentially. His speech was great. Great. Nostalgia is not a strategy that's going to work. The decades-long order that's worked well and good, it's been fine. And I loved his analogy of the workers of the world unite sign in the window. The guy that was just putting it in there to stay out of trouble, to go along with it. And it's time to take the sign out of the window. All right. Let's see what old Donnie boy's got to say here. Of course, Trump, very eloquent speaker. You know, very flowery vocabulary. Huge vocabulary, biggest vocabulary. Some say the biggest.
NATO, I'm talking about Europe. They have to work on Ukraine. We don't. The United States is very far away. We have a big, beautiful ocean separating us. We have nothing to do with it. Until I came along, NATO was only supposed to pay 2% of GDP. But they weren't paying. Most of the countries weren't paying anything. The United States was paying for virtually 100% of NATO. And I got that stopped. I said, that's not fair. But then, more importantly, I got NATO to pay 5%, and now they were paying, and now they are paying. So something nobody said was possible. They said, we will never go up higher than 2%. But they went to 5%, and now they're paying the 5. They didn't pay the 2, and now they're paying the 5. And they're stronger for it, and they have an excellent, by the way, Secretary General, who's possibly in the room. Mark, are you here? Yes, he's here. Hello, Mark. We never asked for anything, and we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force, where we would be, frankly, unstoppable.
Never asked for anything, eh? And then he goes into kind of his mafioso speak, like.
But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement.
I could drop a nuclear bomb, but I won't.
Made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland, where we already had it as a trustee, but respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it.
You did it. Just the United States did it? Yeah, you were huge, a huge part of it. But man, it was a team effort. There was a lot of complexities to that. So just saying that we did this. I also noticed that Trump, it's always like, he's a very me person. I did this. I'm this. You'll notice him use that a lot.
Back to them. We were a powerful force then, but we are a much more powerful force now. After I rebuilt the military in my first term and continue to do so today, we have a budget of $1.5 trillion. We're bringing back battleships. The battleship is 100 times more powerful than the great battleships you saw in World War II, those great, big, gorgeous ships, the Missouri, the Iowa, the Alabama. Because I thought maybe we could take them out of mothballs. They said, no, sir, these ships are 100.
Maybe we could take them out of mothballs? What? What did he say about mothballs?
Because I thought maybe we could take them out of mothballs. They said, no, sir, these ships are 100. Think of that. 100 times more powerful than those big, magnificent pieces of art that you saw so many times ago, that you still see on television. You say, wow, what a force. 100 times, each ship 100 times more powerful.
Okay, we get it, 100 times.
Than the big battleships of the past. So that was the end of the mothball story. So what we have gotten out of NATO is nothing except to protect Europe from the Soviet Union and now Russia. I mean, we've helped them for so many years. We've never gotten anything, except we pay for NATO. And we paid for many years until I came along. We paid for, in my opinion, 100% of NATO because they weren't paying their bills. And all we're asking for is to get...
Meanwhile, Putin's just loving every minute of it.
Greenland,
loving every minute
including
of it.
Right title and ownership, because you need the ownership to defend it. You can't defend it on a lease. Number one, legally it's not defensible that way, totally. And number two, psychologically, who the hell wants to defend a license agreement or a lease, which is a large piece of ice in the middle of the ocean where if there is a war, much of the action will take place on that piece of ice. Think of it. Those missiles would be flying right over the center of that piece of ice. All we want from Denmark for national and international security and to keep our very energetic and dangerous potential enemies at bay is this land on which we're going to build the greatest golden dome ever built. We're building a golden dome.
The Golden Shower Dome.
That's going to, just by its very nature, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that, Mark, the next time you make your statements. What we did for Israel was amazing. But that's nothing compared to what we have planned for the United States, Canada, and the rest of the world. We are going to build a dome like no other. We did it. We did it for Israel. And by the way, I told Bibi, stop taking credit for the dome. That's our technology. That's our...
Okay.
More Canadians come to...
What a ridiculous man. The problem is, there's 3 more years. Right, it's only 1 year done. At the same time, I think we all need to, like I mentioned in the video, like the beginning of the video, we got to unplug sometimes. It's just like, it's a sunny day today. I went for a nice walk this morning with my coffee, and we got to start lowering screen time, man. I think, like, I don't know if anybody here watching right now has kind of come to that realization as well. And remember, like our phones, they usually have app tracking. You can monitor how much time you're using your device and different apps. So we really got to start limiting the things that we're watching, seeing, and absorbing, especially the mindless stuff. We need to read more, and we need to connect more locally and in our communities. We need to start building more self-sustainable communities, grow our own food, create our own microeconomies. Because essentially all the globalists, but capitalism, essentially modern capitalism, and the globalist slant, essentially just capitalism, but the rich, the elite. And that's the thing with like all of this crap. It's all smoke and mirrors, really. It shouldn't be left versus right. It shouldn't be Democrat versus Republican. It shouldn't be conservative versus the liberals. It shouldn't be all these parties. It should be the ultra rich, the billionaires who have the highest concentrations of wealth. You know, we have the highest wealth inequality in history. Like the US, and that's one of the reasons Trump got in, mind you, right? That's one of the reasons Trump won, is because he was able to convince millions upon millions of American voters that everything that was going wrong in their lives, everything that was not working out for them, the difficulty for them, their own shortcomings, all of those things were immigrants' fault. They're the poor's fault for, you know, having social safety nets. They're other countries' faults. Canada's fault. It's their fault. His fault. Her fault. It's a trans person's fault. It's the LGBTQ people's fault. When really, it's the fault of the system, which essentially funnels, steals, extracts immense amounts of wealth unequally and creates the incredible wealth imbalance that we have today, which eventually things become unstable. French Revolution. I don't think that's really a apt comparison necessarily, but the thing is, the technology is going to make it easy for the autocrats, the authoritarians, to just keep doing what they're doing. And the thing is, no matter what comes out, the Epstein files, his base is so entrenched. There's such a cult of personality. Because people see politics as entertainment. And you could say it's been like that way for a long time. And that's why I say a lot of the times we just got to get out, go talk to people, go do fun things. Because that's really that's the best that we're going to get in life. Like doing fun things with cool people, laughing, sweating, playing sports, having a beer, looking at the sunset, going out fishing, you know, doing a recreational activity with your kids, family. So, all right. Appreciate y'all if you're still watching, and see you on the next one. Catch you later.